Hi, everybody. I hope you are doing great. Thank you so much for joining here today. Sorry for the delay. We got a little bit of technical problems, but we finally got it solved, and we are here to talk a little bit about AI for international job hunting, some tips and tricks. I am super excited to be here with all of you to talk about how AI can help your job hunting process. AI is a hot topic right now with tons of articles and videos on the internet, a lot of attention in the news. But probably many of you have wondered how these tools could be applied to practical tasks of your daily life. So today we're going to talk about how to use them to enhance your application and hopefully find the perfect job for you. So moving forward, a little bit about me. So my name is Mercedes, but everybody calls me Mechi. I am from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I've been a part of BairesDev for a little bit over 6 years now. So I'm currently working as Talent Growth Marketing Manager. My focus is on project management, diversity, and community building. Those are my passions. And here at BairesDev, we are a global community with people from over 50 countries, and we love bringing diverse people together. I know that we have attendees from all over the globe here. So please drop a comment letting us know which city and country you are from. So I know some of you are watching on YouTube, some of you are probably watching on LinkedIn. So drop a comment and let us know where you're from. I have a little bit of a delay here on the studio, but I'll be waiting for those comments to drop. So let's see where we are at. While we wait for those comments to arrive, because we know that we had technical issues, so a lot of you will probably be joining a little bit late. Hi, we have somebody from India watching from YouTube. That's amazing. So let's move forward. Oh, another one from Brazil. Hi, Andre. Um, so to tell you a little bit about the scope that we're going to be having today, we're going to start the webinar by briefly explaining how AI tools work. Next, we're going to dive into how AI tools can improve your job hunting, what you need to know about AI recruiting systems, and useful AI functions. I'm sorry for my coughing. I'm just recovering from bronchitis, but I promise it won't be much. And by the end of our session, we hope that you'll have all your questions answered and a clear understanding of this technology. After that, we're going to talk about what an international company looks for. For this, I'll use BairesDev as an example, of course, and I will provide some useful tips to boost your applications. And, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Clearly, my throat is not as good as I thought. And we want this to be a very interactive experience. So don't be shy. Feel free to ask questions, share your own experience in the chat box. Oh, I'm already seeing a lot of comments here. Let me see. We have people from Mexico, Ecuador, Panama. So amazing. As I was saying, I want this to be very interactive. And at the end, we're going to have a Q&A session. So I'll do my best to address as many questions as possible. So let's dive into the topic of today. So let's talk about AI. But first, I wanted to give you a quick summary of who we are. For those of you who might be joining us for the first time, we are BairesDev. We are experts in delivering software solutions using top-notch technologies and methodologies. Some of our projects involve automation, artificial intelligence, algorithms, virtual reality, machine learning, and all the latest technologies you've heard or read about. I see more people here from Panama, Texas, Uruguay, Peru. Amazing. And we work for global clients like Google, Pinterest, Rolls-Royce, and many promising startups who face big challenges and are redefining their markets and industries. And that's why high quality deliveries are our signature. And since we are a remote first company, we have the unique ability to bring together high performing tech professionals from all over the world, breaking down geographical barriers and creating truly diverse teams. And we believe that talent does not discriminate, right? We are currently have the best tech talent working from over 600 cities in more than 40 countries. And AI has been a powerful tool that has always been helping us find these amazing professionals, no matter where they were, right? So let's dive into today's topic, how AI tools work. For many people unfamiliar with this technology, AI may look like some kind of magic, right? At the same time, there's a lot of questions that arise when we talk about this. Will it replace humans? Will it revolt against us? Will it be a bigger part of our jobs and lives as the time goes by? So, to understand it a little bit better, let's dive into what AI basics are, right? So, the first thing to understand is that AI is closely connected to big data. In fact, data is the fuel that makes AI possible, and the reason it's becoming so powerful in our time, as basically data is everywhere. All the text, video, audios, pictures, everything humanity has uploaded to the internet over the past 30 years are being used in some way by AI tools to get answers, find patterns, and predict the future, if that makes some sort of sense. Of course, data alone just couldn't achieve this, right? All this information is processed by algorithms, which are mathematical models designed to handle this data. And other fields of knowledge, like statistics and psychology, are also pretty involved into AI tools because they make AI outputs look and sound more natural to us humans, right? So it's not doesn't sound so robotic, to say it in a way. So bringing it into the business world, AI is a powerful tool for helping companies make better decisions. The economy is always changing and scenarios can be turbulent. The pandemic has shown us that we need to be prepared for anything and we need to be able to switch tactics quickly in order to survive. And while we can't predict the future perfectly, we do have cues that can help. Those are the patterns and the trends. The better we understand the patterns and the trends in the data that we analyze, the better we'll be able to predict future scenarios with greater accuracy, right? So we shouldn't approach AI with fear that it will somehow surpass human intelligence and abilities or replace us. AI is indeed a very sophisticated tool, but it is still just a tool. So its main goal is to enhance human capabilities and help us accomplish more with what we have. And now that you know a little bit more about AI, let's explore some practical ways it can assist you with your job hunting. We'll start by looking at what today's recruiting processes are like and what recruiters are searching for. And then we'll discuss some useful AI tools that you can use to enhance your applications. Okay, so let's get started. First, when a company opens up a new role, we need to remember that it's always because they have identified a need for a specific skill or ability, or both, and not because they're looking for a specific person. However, those skills and abilities alone aren't enough to define what a great candidate is. So, since we work in teams, social and interpersonal skills are very, very important, as well as your background. And this becomes even more crucial for an international company that operates remotely and hires people from around the world. So, what should you do when applying to one of these big companies? Basically, you need to show through your education, work, and experience that you're the perfect fit for that role. And this is how AI can help you. So let's dive into some useful AI functions that can make your job search easier. Keep in mind that these features are available in various AI tools, so you can choose the one that best fits your needs and budgets, because not all AI tools are free. For this, there are several tools that can help us in various stages of the process. We have job board platforms like LinkedIn, for example. Some of you are watching us from there, or Indeed or Glassdoor. And these platforms use AI to recommend jobs based on your profile, your activity, your preferences. They can filter out irrelevant postings and highlight the ones that are a great fit for your qualifications, saving you a lot of time and effort. So, plus, some AI tools offer personalized recommendations and alerts you of new job postings as soon as they appear, so you won't miss out on any great opportunities. This is why it's so important to keep the profiles, that our own personal profiles, updated with all our information, so these AI tools can match us with those job postings. Then there are resume and cover letter builders. Some examples are SETI, Resume, or Nova Resume. There are many others. These are just a few. They offer templates, tips, and can even help you tailor the content of your resume for specific job openings. This is very, very important, right? When it comes to your resume, it's important to make sure that it stands out, not just to human recruiters, but also to the applicant tracking systems, or ATS for short. Many AI powered resume building tools use techniques similar to SEOs, which are search engine optimization tools, to make your resume more ATS friendly. Once you've been called for an interview, there are also AI tools that can help you with that and help you prepare for it. Like, for example, Interview Warm Up, made by Google, or Mock AI. They will create questions. They can even provide feedback based on your answers and help you improve your skills for the specific position that you are applying for. This can work for both technical and non technical interviews for preparation. And then we have job application tracking AIs like JobScan, for example, that can help you by comparing your resume against job descriptions and optimize it for the ATS. These tools also analyze your profile, and they will compare it to successful profiles in your field, offering suggestions on how to improve your headline, your summary, your experience sections based on current trends and job market demands. Others, like for example Hunter, can help you manage and organize job applications, their interviews, follow-ups, and make sure that you're not losing sight of any of your job searches. And these are just a few. There are many more out there, each useful in its own way. And now on the company side, recruiters have a powerful tool to help them find that perfect candidate, and it's the ATS that I was talking about, that applicant tracking system. We named it just a few minutes ago. So think of it as a massive library of candidates that makes it much easier for HR departments to identify who, amongst all those applicants, is most likely to be the right fit for a specific role. This is why it's so important to optimize our resumes to be readable and effective when processed by these tools. But the ATS doesn't do everything alone. Of course, it's not that the AI will choose who's gonna be the best fit. Human perception and evaluation is always still employed, but these AI tools help maximize a company's capacity of connecting and assessing talent. And some of the best things to keep in mind when optimizing a resume for ATS are format and content, right? Long ago, we were always trying to make our resumes look beautiful for the human eye, but now we need to keep in mind that a lot of the times, before our resumes reach the human eye, they will be scanned by these artificial intelligence. So we also need to keep in mind that, for example, for format, it's best to use a clean and simple layout, right? Avoid tables, text boxes, graphics, all those things, images can confuse the ADS. Use standard fonts like Arial, Calibri, or Times New Roman, a size font of 1012 for readability. If it's too small, the AI might have trouble with reading it. If it's too big, it won't look good. Use bullet points and consistent formatting. This helps the AI parse the information effectively. Avoid the use of headers and footers. Place all that essential information in the main body of the document, because if not, again, it can confuse the AIs. And avoid special characters and fancy formatting. They might look amazing to the human eye, but we need to remember that a lot of the times the resumes will first go through an AI screening. And when it comes to content, some key things to keep in mind is to remember to use keywords from job descriptions. Carefully read every job description that you're applying to and include relevant keywords and phrases. Use exact terms and skills mentioned in the job listings. Include your professional summary. List your relevant skills. This is super important. Create a dedicated skills sections for both hard skills, which are your technical skills, and your soft ones, which are your interpersonal traits that match that job description of the position that you're applying for. Always add a detailed work experience using bullet points to describe your responsibilities and achievements. You can start each bullet point with a strong action verb. If possible, you can even quantify with numbers and percentages whatever you achieved. Remember to include your education and certifications, a list of all your educational background, and remember for job titles and sections, use the standard ones. Don't get super creative. Stick to conventional headings like work experience, education, skills, and professional summary. This will make it way easier for AI to screen, really extract all the useful information from your resume, and then pass it on to the human eye. And now that you have a better understanding of AI, let's take a look on what an international company like BairesDev looks for in a candidate. So BairesDev has plenty of openings every day, and I am confident there's a perfect fit for all of you amongst them. So we've been using our very own AI to help us find the perfect match since the beginning. So let's explore a little bit about how our selection process works. It's unique and some steps may differ from what you're accustomed to. However, rest assured that the entire process is designed to help you showcase your strengths and find a position that's ideal for you. And also remember that every company is unique and it has their own core values and their promoted behavior. So while meeting the requirements is crucial, it's also important to remember that in the end, what we are hiring is a human being, it's not a robot. So recruiters will consider how well you will fit into the company's culture and values, not just your technical requirements. So as I mentioned earlier, our selection process at BairesDev is quite unique. It's designed to leverage our extensive experience in recruiting top talent, and there are three key elements that help us make the most out of each application. So the first one is our expanded application process. This means that when you visit our careers page, you will notice a wide range of openings. Many candidates possess skills in multiple technologies or have diverse backgrounds that might make them suitable for different roles, right? To streamline the process and reduce inbox clutter, we've implemented an expanded application system. This means that when you apply to BairesDev, you apply just once, and based on your skills, abilities, and background, you will be considered for all relevant positions that match your skill set. So it's efficient and straightforward. It ensures that you're considered for the best fit across all our opportunities, no matter what position you apply to. Just to give you an example, I applied to be a receptionist at the Buenos Aires office, and I ended up being part of the talent acquisition team. Very far from what I initially applied to. And that's because BairesDev doesn't just look at your application, it looks at you as a whole human being with characteristics and tries to find the best position for your skill set. The second point of our unique selection process is our quick start. We really value your time. We know that time is money, and that's the same for everybody. So our registration and profile setup takes only about 5 minutes or even less, and we're gonna gather essential information that's gonna help you move forward swiftly through our process. This, adding up to the resume and information that we got when you applied, is gonna help us really try to match you with those openings. So rest assured that we are going to ask you just enough to understand your capabilities, your experience, your career expectations, and what you are seeking professionally, because that is also super important for us to know what we can recommend you. And then we have our key step, which is our fast and specialized support system. While our process is streamlined, we understand that questions or issues may arise. So we have a whole team, which is our talent support team, readily available to assist you. You can reach them via live chat on our applicant side or through email. And they're dedicated to guiding you through any challenges and ensuring a smooth application experience. That is not AI, those are actual human beings answering you and helping you out with any needs you might have. So, our goal is to make your journey as seamless and supportive as possible from application to joining our team. But strictly now, talking about what we're looking for, let's focus on the characteristics we look for in professionals that are going to work with us. We seek outstanding individuals. It means that we're looking for people who excel at what they do and actively seek out bigger challenges to continue learning and growing. I know this might sound intimidating, but experience has shown us that this quality can be found in candidates at all levels of seniority. It's not something that you're only going to find in managers, right? We want to discover what sets you apart, what your goals are, and how joining us can help also you achieve your goals. Secondly, we value high performing professionals. Beyond taking their work seriously, right? These individuals have a goal oriented mindset. They consistently strive to deliver their best and align their personal goals with those of the projects and the company. This alignment drives them to tackle challenges head on and achieve exceptional results. And lastly, we're looking for individuals who can achieve great results while also enjoying the flexibility of remote work. Working remotely sounds amazing, but also presents its challenges, right? You need to know that you need to have the discipline to manage your time effectively, self awareness to avoid distractions, and a comfortable and productive environment that can sometimes also lead to lacking. So, however, it also offers unique perks, which are amazing. You can work on a beach with your feet in the sand, enjoying coconut water, or spending time at your family's home in another city, or even traveling the world while working. If this lifestyle resonates with you, then BairesDev could be the perfect fit. And we are almost out of time. I'm gonna go a few minutes over time because we started a little bit late because of the technical issues. So this is a wrap, but I'm sure many of you have some questions. So let's dive into the Q&A session. We're gonna have around 5 minutes for it. So feel free to ask any question in the comment section of either YouTube or LinkedIn. I will be able to read them. And while I'm waiting for your questions to arrive, because we have a little bit of a delay, I want to remind you that we have provided a link in the event description, but you can also access it through the QR code here. I'm gonna increase the size of this so you can have a better chance at scanning it. And through this QR code, you're gonna find our social media pages, our job portals, where you can explore all our available openings. You're gonna find our applicant site where you will be able to update your profile, take some online tests that are gonna show us a lot of those soft skills that we are looking for in our applicants. And you will also be able to check on your application status. The applicant side also features live chat support, and that is where I told you before, where you can have your questions answered about your application, about the status, if you have any issues with our page, anything you might need, that live chat support is going to be there to help you out. And you can also visit our website, explore our referrals program page, which is amazing. And last but not least, you will find our webinar survey. Your feedback means a lot to us. It takes less than 5 minutes to complete it, and it really helps us improve future editions of this webinar. So if you have the time to answer it, we will be very grateful. And now we are gonna have this short Q&A session. I haven't seen any questions yet on the chat, so feel free to send any of them. I will give you a few minutes, and if I am not seeing any new questions there, then that's gonna be it for today. Remember that if you have questions and you want them answered regarding, for example, um, the status of your application, if you don't know if you should complete something on the applicant side or not, if you have any doubt at all, you can do it through the applicant side. Okay, got my first question. And they said, I applied for a job and received a call during a trip, but the call was not completed. Will they call again? Usually, yes. But if you were away on a trip, maybe there was some issues with the communications, and maybe they tried 2 or 3 times and they weren't able to find you. And we don't want to spam our applicants. So you will probably should have received an email as well. So if you weren't able to talk on the phone, check your inbox, check your spam folder just in case, and you can answer those emails and get in touch with our recruiting team. We have another question from Diana saying, how many filters are usually expected before we hear back to interview in person? Okay, so first, to be clear, we don't do in-person interviews. All of our interviews are online. I don't know if that answers sort of your questions, because our company is 100% remote. So you might even get interviewed by someone in another country. But the first step is jump into our applicant side, fill out all the information, fill out as many of those key profile boosters tests that we have as you can, because those are going to give you us very clear view of who you are as a person and your soft skills. And those are key for many of our roles. After that, if everything goes well and we find an opening that matches your skill set, then the next step is an interview with one of our recruiters. So it's gonna be online, but with an actual person. So it shouldn't take that long. We have another question say, do you do filter with the help of AI voice call as part of the screening process? We do not filter based on AI. We just use AI to help us match the people to the openings, right? And with the more information we have, this means your resume and all the information you add on our applicant side, the more information, the more data that intelligence will have, and more visibility you will get in our openings. So your chances will go up the more you fill out. How many total rounds of interviews are there? Well, that's a difficult one, AK, because it really depends on the opening. We have openings that have, well, there's the basic ones, right? The first recruiter interview, the first screening is for all of our openings. But then for some positions, we might have 2 additional open interviews with a manager. For some other positions, we might have 3. Some might include a technical interview in between. So it really depends on the role that you're applying for. So Christian, you're asking, after completing the test for the recruitment process, how long does it take to inform you whether you are continuing in the process or whether is it terminated? Well, this is a great question, actually. So after completing everything on our applicant side, the matching step will start, and it might take maybe up to 2 weeks, maybe tops a month, that we will try to actively match you right with our openings. If we haven't found anything by then, we're usually going to let you know, like, hey, we're still looking for a good match, We haven't found anything yet, but we're gonna keep on looking. And this is because nobody is terminated from the process, right? This means that maybe we don't have anything right now that matches your skill set, but once you applied, we're always going to be looking at all of our openings every time we open a new opening with a new job search. We're going to take a look at everyone who has already applied, and if we find a match, we're going to let them know, like, hey, now we have something that matches your skill set. Are you interested in moving forward? So once you fill all the information, rest assured that whenever we have something that matches your profile, we're going to reach out. So we have another question from Michael saying, which skills do you look for finance positions? I don't know necessarily because I'm not in that finance team. I am in talent acquisition. But you can find all our openings on our jobs portal. The link was given before. I'm going to share it again at the end. And in there, you can find all the skills needed for all the different positions that we might have on our finance and admin teams. Kaden, you're asking, are there leadership development positions? Yes, we have project management, we have team leads, we have a lot of different positions in our technical teams. So again, take a look at our job portals, find that opening and apply. You don't need to apply to all of them. Just applying to one of those openings will already give you the chance to fill out the information on our system, and then you will be considered for all the openings that we have. And let's see, Jose is asking, which skills do you look for in electric engineer positions? I don't know if we have electrical engineering roles at the moment because we're mostly work with software development. But again, our job portal's gonna have all that information. There's over 300 active openings sometimes, so you're gonna have a lot of time to take a look at it. But again, you just need to apply to one, and then on our applicant side, you're gonna be given the opportunity to fill out all your personal information, all your skills, and tell us more about you. And I'm gonna answer one last question because we're way over time, but I started late, so I'm giving you an extra chance. That from LinkedIn is saying, someone reached out to me, but I did not get a response from the team. Is there a reason why? I'm not sure what could have happened, but what I recommend to you and everyone else who still might have questions and I don't have the time to answer is to jump into our applicant side. On the lower right side of the screen, you're going to see a button for the live chat. And you'll be able to talk with someone from our talent support team. It's an actual human being. They will be able to take a look at your account. They will be able to take a look at your application, and they will be able to give you all that information on whether there's any step missing, if something happened, if maybe we sent an email and wasn't answered, or we called you and we couldn't reach you. So all those doubts, all those questions, you can also ask them to our talent support team. They are very, very helpful and amazing at this. So thank you so much for joining today. I am sorry I don't have more time to keep on answering questions. I would love to, but remember that if you have any doubts, you can always reach out to us through our channel support team. So that's all for today. I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll meet again next month for our next webinar. Have a great day, everybody.